You know, just as I was about to speak, something in my throat. Okay, anyways. God, I just can't get it together. Hey everybody, it is me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of those daytime TV shows that we're doing is The Bold and the Beautiful. Now, first of all, before we get into The Bold and the Beautiful, I just want you all to know I had a kick-ass pole dancing class. It might have been the best pole dancing class since I started pole dancing again, because I was able to nail this one trick. It's called the teddy bear, that I just could not fucking get. Not only did I nail it, but, so a little backstory. The last pole dancing recital I did, my friend Trixie, shout out to you Trixie, she choreographed this fierce routine, and it just had trick after trick after trick. Like, it was like no joke, like a 4-minute nonstop tricks, right? So I climb up to and this is a spinning pole, mind you, right? Because all my classes are all on static poles lately. So this was even more, it was impressive because it was a spinning pole. So I get up to the top of the spinning pole. I do my teddy bear at the top of the pole. And with my free hand, I waved to the audience. And the crowd went fucking crazy. And in my head, I'm thinking, are you for real right now? Like, did I not just, like, murder myself doing all these crazy hard tricks for 4 minutes straight, and you're gonna clap for my fucking wave? But, you know, Trixie always says that, you know, sometimes the best moves are, or the highest return moves are the ones that are the easiest. And that was, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe that. So, anyways. So yeah, I nailed the teddy bear in class today, and I was so excited. Like, that was like the absolute fucking best ever. So, and I had a great day at work today. Like, a seriously kick-ass day at work today. So, in a way, it kind of makes me nervous, because it makes me think, oh shit, the other shoe is going to drop. I know it. I know it. And if it does, oh well. Alright, so let's talk about The Bold and the Beautiful. Now, I'm a little bit behind on The Bold and Beautiful, but a week ago today is when Bill Spencer got shot. Okay, so leading up to that, so here's the thing. I wouldn't necessarily say that everyone hating Bill is out of character, because it really isn't. Everyone does have reason to hate Bill, you know, except for maybe Justin. I mean, we know that Justin does have a financial reason to hate Bill, because Bill has now kicked Liam and Wyatt out of his company, and that makes Justin next in line, and that would be like a huge coup if you know, he took over Dollar Bill's company. That would be crazy, right? So I guess I can kind of see that. And everyone else, but here's the thing, it seems a little bit forced, a little bit. Like, I get Sally, like, okay, so Sally, God bless, I love me some Sally. You know, there is nobody out there that has been a bigger champion of Courtney Hope to play Sally than me, because she literally came onto the set on day one, and no experience in the genre. I'm sure she had probably acted before, but not in soaps. And she took the pace of a front burner storyline for years, and she did such a good job. She was so impressive. So, you know, so she goes to see Bill, and she tells him how much she hates him, because he decides, you know, Liam, yeah, the only reason I promised you that I'd help your company move is because of Liam, and he's not with the company anymore, so I'm not going to help you anymore. And she was so pissed off, she grabs his gun, and she shoots Sky, his model that he had made. So then, of course, she gets escorted out, because the security arrives, and they're like, we heard gunshots, and he's like, get this woman out of here. She shot Sky. And we all know why. I mean, it all makes sense, right? So, even though it feels a little bit contrived, really, Because here's the, so I'm assuming that this week we're going to see the fallout and we're going to try to figure out who shot Bill Spencer. Now, I don't know if you were alive in the 80s or not, but Dallas was huge, right? And not the new version with Josh Henderson and Chase, was Chase Crawford in Dallas? No, he was in that other Texas oil thing. Who was in Dallas? Oh, Jesse Metcalf, right? Not that one. Not that Dallas. The original Dallas with Larry Hagman and Linda Gray and Charlene Tilton. Whatever happened to Charlene Tilton? I used to take voice lessons from the same teacher as Charlene Tilton's daughter, and she would come and pick her up after her lesson. It was interesting. So, a little fun factoid about Angel Benton. I wonder what her daughter, that was a long time ago. That was seriously like 25 years ago. So I'm sure her daughter's probably like way grown. 'Cause she was only a kid back then. She was like, I don't know what, 12. So she's got to be at least 37. I can't wait to see that. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, moving on. So even though it's a little bit, it feels like they're trying to do a someone ended up shooting JR in Dallas, and it was like such a big deal. Like it got the cover of TV Guide, and everyone wanted to know who shot JR. And I feel like Dollar Bill Spencer, because they're setting up all of these people specifically for Dollar Bill Spencer. But I mean, okay, here's the good that's come out of it though. You know who has a total motive, who is the only person who hasn't been acting like I need to kill Bill Spencer? Everyone else has said that. Like, literally everyone else. Ridge, Rick, Maya, Pam, Charlie, Eric, Quinn, Wyatt, Katie, like Sally Spectra. I'm not kidding. Everyone has said that they want to kill Bill Spencer in this past week. I'm not joking. So, but do you hear those fucking kids? Driving me up the goddamn wall. It's really annoying. Okay. Okay, so even though it's a little bit contrived, there has been some good that comes out of the story. The first piece of good first of all, and here's one person so the one person who actually has motive to kill Bill Spencer but hasn't been going off saying it is Hope. After everything that Bill has done to keep Hope and Liam apart, I mean, like, I can understand if she wanted to kill him, totally. But she's not like that, which is interesting. And that actually is very true to the character of Hope. I can't see Hope pulling the trigger on anyone, to be honest with you. Sally, yes. Hope, not so much. So that's kind of good, I guess, that she hasn't been wanting to kill Bill Spencer. Now, someone who has absolutely zero motive to kill Bill Spencer and has been thrown into the mix is Sheila Carter. Now, don't get me wrong. Is she capable? Oh, yeah. She shot Taylor. She shot Brooke. I mean, does she even know Bill Spencer? Like, does she even know who he is? Like, does she even care? Ridge was like, if you want to make it up to the Forresters, you've got to kill Bill Spencer to Sheila. And I'm thinking, no one will take her back, even if she kills him. Like, don't fall. Girl, it's a trap. Don't fall for it, because if you do shoot him, then Ridge will just call the cops on you, and then you'll be carted off to jail. So, yeah, no, don't do it. So that doesn't make any sense. The whole Sheila Carter, and don't get me wrong, I fucking love Sheila Carter. When she came back, nobody was more excited there were some people that were probably more excited than me for that, because that was a big deal, and it was really great. But I was very excited about that too. Has she been used to her fullest potential since then? Not really. But I also know that she's running for Congress for her district in San Diego. So that probably plays a role in how much she can do. So she probably can't do that much. So I'm really hoping that she's not the one that shot him, to be honest with you. I really am. And I've heard all sorts of crazy rumors about other people, like Thomas coming back to the canvas. They've already said off screen that Thomas wanted to take a phone call with Bill. And, I heard Caroline's coming back. So, one scene I really, really enjoyed actually was there was a dinner with Sally and Graham's, Shirley Spectra, played by the illustrious Patrika Darbo, who I love her too. I love her as Nancy Wesley. I love her um, as Shirley Spectra. I just love her. I'm a big fan of hers. And Saul was there too. And at the end of the night, Sally gave Saul a kiss on the cheek, and it was a really sweet, tender moment, and it was just played so beautifully by Alex Weiss and Courtney Hope. They did such a good job with that scene. It's one of those moments. Those are the moments that actually mean the most to me. Not a lot of this plot-driven crap. I'm not gonna lie, but I really enjoy moments like that. But okay, so the other good thing that's come out of it. Oh no, I haven't even mentioned any of the good things. The first one is that we get to see the return of Crazy Quinn. I love me some Crazy Quinn, especially when it comes to Wyatt, and that is, I guarantee you, she loves Wyatt even more than she loves Eric, in a different way, but Wyatt, she's known Wyatt all of Wyatt's life. She's known Eric all of 5 minutes. So, comparatively speaking, that makes sense. Your mom is going to love you more than, she loves her new husband. Of course. So she will do whatever it takes to protect him. And the fact that Bill has now kicked Wyatt out of the company, kicked him out of his life. And now he's trying to sue for. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Bill Spencer. Now this is something that doesn't make any sense. Bill Spencer threatened Katie and said, "I'm suing for full custody of Will." And Katie is terrified and crying and screaming and talking about how much she hates him. And Eric Forster actually said this, thank God, because he said what the audience was thinking. There is not a judge in the land that would give custody of Will to Bill Spencer. Nobody. I don't care. They could have one eye and be a little bit slow, missing some teeth, and they would still say, yeah, you cannot raise this kid. Yes, Katie had postpartum depression. Lots of women have, actually. That's actually a very common thing, and I'm glad that the show actually tackled that topic, because a lot of women go through that, especially, and it doesn't necessarily hit like after the first child. Sometimes it hits after the third child, or the second, or the fourth, or you never know, right? So I actually enjoyed that storyline. But really, other than that, that's really the only thing that he can hold against Katie. Yes, she's dating Will's half brother, but don't get me wrong. I think that okay, let's start over. Okay, so Katie's all upset, and there is not a fucking person in the land that would give him custody. He's thrown Ridge out of a helicopter. He tried to blow up his own fucking son. He slept with his son's wife. He outed Maya as transgender. I could go on and on and on about his list of crimes that there is no fucking way on God's green earth that Katie should even be worried about this fool. I'm serious. Come on. So that's a little bit unbelievable. I get that maybe she might be a little bit, paranoid because it's her son and he's got a lot of money, whatever. Who cares? Wyatt, stepfather, is a Forrester, and he has just as much money, if not more, than Bill Spencer. I'm just saying. Anyways. So that's one good thing. The other good thing, which is kind of unexpected, but I'm enjoying it, is the return of Crazy Pam. Ooh, we know Pam is nuts, and she's been off her meds. So now, granted, I don't have that mental illness, so I can't really speak to it. But I know that there are quite a few people that are actually a little bit upset about it. But I've got to give Allie Mills credit, who plays Pam. She does such a good job with Crazy Pam. Like, I want them to give her more airtime, because she's fucking fierce. She's ferocious. I love her so much. Okay, So that's about it. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk about the Bold and Beautiful, or you can also hashtag Pump Rules to talk Vanderpump Rules, because I'm doing that next. And feel free to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent your email inbox every day. And while you're on my YouTube channel, you can look around for my Storytime with Angel Benton series, where I tell stories from my life. Episode 2 is coming up in just a few weeks. So have a great night, everyone. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.